Alrighty, this is a reading for Andrew Burkhead. Hopefully I said that right. I don't think there's any other way that you could say it. So this is just a reading on the energies that he's going to be moving through this year and the things that are going to be coming up. So let's get started. Alright, so let's get some moon energy. It's a good one to start with. Here recently I've been called to start with it every time. It really sets the theme of the message that they're trying to get across. So this is for Andrew. What kind of energy is he moving through or about to step into? I don't know why persistence just came to me. Persistence. So, forward moving energy and persistence. Maybe he doesn't really know. There's a lot of confusion going on. Full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. So persistence, Drew. Win-win forecast. That's good, that's good. So no matter what kind of confusion you've got going on right now, no matter if it's what you want, that's the outcome, and you feel like you won, or maybe it's not necessarily what you want, but it's going to be what you need, and you're going to come out winning. So, I mean, this is a good. Did you see that fly out? Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So that Sagittarius is all about freedom and adventure. And with the bow, there's a new target. And he's going to achieve that target. It's a win-win outcome. Luck is on your side. So this is some beautiful energy. So despite whatever confusion you may be feeling right now in this moment, because I picked that up, persistence is key here. And don't lay down on yourself, because luck's on your side. And no matter what decision you make, you're going to have a win-win outcome. So this is seeming very lucky. This is going to be, I don't know what is coming for your future, but despite the unknown, or maybe the lack of trust and faith in it, yep, your commitment is being tested. So don't give up. This is persistence that I heard. Your commitment's being tested, so you feel like things aren't going your way, which is making you want to give up. It's making you want to lay down on yourself and just lay down on the life that you had created in your own mind, that you thought was going to be the life that you built and you worked towards to build upon. And it's okay. Even if it's not exactly what you imagined, you still win in the outcome. It still puts you where you need to be, where you're supposed to be, and you will find comfort in that again. So your commitment's being tested, so relax. Like, it's meant to feel a little rocky right now, but everything's going to be okay. So the faster that you can kind of relax into that feeling, the faster you're going to bring your abundance in, and you're going to feel that luck, and you're going to feel like you're on the winning side of life. So relax while also being persistent, and you've got your eye on the prize. You know exactly what it is that you want. Even if you don't in this moment, you'll get there, and trust that you will. And when you see it and you know it, it'll hit you like a lightning bolt, and you'll shoot and you'll hit the target. So don't think for a second that you're headed into the unknown. It might be unknown right now, but it will become known, and you'll see exactly where it is that you're meant to go. So, all right, let's see what we've got in the tarot. Ooh, already Ace of Swords and Two of Cups. So somebody is after a loving connection that is built upon truth. Ace of Swords also represents a message. Now, it didn't come out, but the fact that I seen it gives you a little hint. So, truth. Truth. A message of truth is coming out regarding your Two of Cups. So maybe your Two of Cups isn't exactly with who you thought it was going to be. Two of Cups represents someone that you give and receive and balance with in an emotional way. There is definitely some receptivity. And it's a loving connection. It's an emotionally loving connection. It's a vulnerable connection. And with it being paired with the Ace of Swords, when they both popped out for a split second, the Moon. It's a message regarding that connection, a truth regarding that connection. And maybe it was a truth that you wanted to hear, and maybe it was a truth that you didn't want to hear. I had one that tried to pop out. And keep going. Oh, Ace of Cups in the reverse. So you're feeling devoid of love. Ace of Cups is unconditional love. This is source love. This is the heart's deepest yearn for love, but also receiving it. It's an overflowing fountain. The divine pours into you and you pour into those around you, and it's in the reverse. So you are feeling devoid of love right now, which is where you're wanting to lay down and give up. You're not feeling loved. You're not feeling very loving. And that's the truth that's coming in with the Two of Cups. That's the message of truth that's coming in. You are not feeling very loved by a partner. And you're missing that almost. You're missing that connection with a partner. And it's kind of making you feel like, where did I go wrong in life? Like I'm a go-getter. Anything I want, I set my mind to, I achieve it, and I win it. And for once, you're feeling like it's kind of out of your control. And it's making you kind of want to give up on life at the current moment, because you don't know up from down, left from right. Like, how did I get here? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Queen of Wands. Okay. Wheel of Fortune upside down. And it's wild because luck is on your side, but with Wheel of Fortune upside down, you're feeling very, very unlucky. You're feeling like you have no control in anything whatsoever. You're feeling like you were blindsided. You had no idea how you got here to this point. And you feel devoid of love. You feel devoid of luck. And you feel like you have lost. You have lost a race. And you're confused because your ability normally always, it's competitive driven at times. And you feel like you had no idea. From your perception, it seemed like you were winning the race. It seemed like you were bringing in this love. And the whole Wheel of Fortune just turned upside down. The future as you saw it is now the exact opposite. And you are feeling devoid of love and luck. But don't give up. Stay persistent. Your commitment is being tested, but that is it. Keep your nose to the grindstone. Don't lay down on life. If anything, go even harder, because it's a win-win outcome, and that luck is on your side. So this is like a divine lesson in strength that you're being given right now. You're being presented with something that you did not foresee, and now you're having to muster up the strength and the courage to get through it. And with Queen of Wands sideways, we've got a scorned woman. So whether you did something to scorn her and this is backlash, or whether the opposite, but if it was the opposite, it would be in reverse. So the fact that it's not in reverse and the fact that it's sideways is meaning that this woman still has compassion for you, but she doesn't think of you the same as she once did. So you can turn this back upright, but it's not ever going to be the same, if that makes sense. There are some wounds here with this Queen of Wands sideways. Queen of Wands is fire energy. So there was a lot of passion here, but there was equally, with passion comes the good side of passion. Because both sides are explosive and passionate, and you've got, when it comes to your connection, just wow, explosive, passionate, which I'm sure it was in the beginning. And then you've got the opposite side, which is where it starts to become explosive and destructive. So this Queen of Wands that went sideways has separated herself. So she's not in the reverse, meaning she's not against you. She's not in the upright, so she's not for you, but she's she's sideways. So there's an indifference here. And that's that Two of Cups. That was where you're feeling devoid of love. This Queen of Wands is no longer filling that cup, and you now have to learn how to fill it for yourself. So do you have anything for us, for Andrew, on how to fill his cup? Bottom of the deck, we have waiting game. Yes, it's a waiting game while you feel like your commitment is being tested. Oh, Lord. You got this. You got this. It's just different. It's a whole lot of change. It's not at all what you anticipated, but it's actually where you're meant to go, and you're going to find something. The separation between the Queen of Wands is going to be on a completely separate path and trajectory, and you're going to be more aligned with yours now. So that there's beauty in that. So this is that it might not be what you want, but it's what you need, and you're going to end up winning in the end. And you're going to look back at this, and despite the pain, despite the here you go, this is how you fill your own cup. But despite the pain, despite the feeling of not being loved, of having no love to give someone else because you're just drained and overworked and you want to give up, this is how you can gain some energy back. And I know it might seem like, how by acts of service can I gain energy back? Because while you're already overworked, but this is the beauty in how energy works. So life is about a balance between service and pleasure, between external world and internal world, between giving love and receiving love. So when you are energetically drained of love, and you feel like you have nothing left for you to give, find little moments, little acts of service that you can do for people around you, whether it be in your community, in your home, in your job, in your career, even just out and about. And those little, even small little micro acts, these little acts of service are how you're going to show love to others. And in turn, you're going to start to love yourself again. And this Ace of Cups that is in a reverse will start to shift slowly. So acts of service is very important right now for you to boost your morale. And in helping others, in return, you're going to feel worthy of love, and you're going to trust yourself to love yourself again and be like, okay, I am a good person. I do deserve love. Other people are good people too. They deserve my love. They deserve my time. So these little acts of service are going to be a big part of the stepping stones to get you back to the space that mentally you're used to being in, which is a pretty high caliber. I can feel the energy. You're a pretty high caliber, Lord have mercy, high caliber person, with a very strong will and a very strong mind, to the point that pretty much everything usually flows pretty smoothly for you because you've got a pretty good grip on things, and a lot of it just kind of comes naturally. So acts of service, that's how you're going to get that back throughout this, this turmoil. So do we have anything else? Okay, apparently so. This is twice today that the torture card has popped out. Oh my gosh. So you feel like you're being tortured right now. This no love. And that's why you wanna lay down and you wanna give up and almost kind of crawl into a depression. Or even maybe, I don't want to say it, but it's right there on the tip of my tongue, like self-pity almost. This was just not something that I think that you thought would ever happen. And it feels torturous when you actually allow yourself to drop down into it. So acts of service, even if in the moment, whatever you're doing, you wish you were doing something else, it's not about that. It's about actually performing that act. And then when you see that smile on someone else's face, and don't just daydream about it, do it. Don't just daydream about, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this. Do it. And I know the physical energy isn't there for acts of service because you feel like you have nothing to give right now to anybody else because something has been taken from you. But force yourself. And once you start doing that, that's when that luck is going to come in, and you're going to feel like you're winning at life, and these new opportunities are going to be slapping you left and right. Like, they're going to be coming at you so hard. You're going to be excited about life again in a way that I don't think that you felt in, oh Lord, in a way that I don't think that you've probably felt since you were a young adult. And in the reverse, we've got, well, this is embarrassing. In the reverse, we've got narcissism. So maybe you are working through some narcissistic tendencies that could have made manifest during your relationship. And it's causing you to kind of reevaluate yourself and your ego and your need for control, and your need for things to go your way. So it's nothing to be ashamed about, like I've picked up on narcissistic tendencies within myself, and I've done shadow work to where I've really tried to get to the root cause of the trauma that endured that caused these defense mechanisms. But this year is about reevaluating your character. You are really going to reevaluate your character this year, because I feel like you've experienced a huge loss that you didn't think would ever happen to you in terms of love. But it's meant to trigger you, to get you to reevaluate your character, so you become a man that you love and that you respect, which is yourself. Not seeking external validation, not because you can get other people to respect you and love you, you feel good about yourself. That's some of the you know, not necessarily, but can hint to some narcissistic tendencies. But when you actually feel good about yourself internally and you love yourself, not for the external world around you or the praise you get or the control that you have over other people, but simply because of the things that you do. And you don't do them for praise, you do them because, and so when you do these acts of service, don't tell anybody, don't throw it up in their face, nothing. You simply do it to gain the energy of doing it in that moment. Go about it as if no one will ever know. And that's how you really heal some of these tendencies within yourself. And go back to your childhood if you need to. Really, I mean, it's okay. I know it might seem like torture, but go back through your childhood and see if maybe you had a parent that taught you this kind of way of being. I know when I did your birth chart, I picked up on some mother ones. So maybe this was a mother that had some narcissistic tendencies and didn't know how to regulate her emotions, and subconsciously she passed this down to you. And when you're in, you know, a relationship, or just anytime you feel vulnerable, you kind of want to protect yourself immediately, and that's how. So, you know, it's, and in the reverse, we've got present. So by working on yourself and doing this shadow work and working on these tendencies, you're going to allow yourself to be in the present moment. You're not going to be 10 steps ahead trying to control the future, and you're not going to be 10 steps behind you filtering through the past about this person did this to me, that person did that, this person, you know. You can be in the present moment. You can actually experience joy and lightness in being and self-love and self-respect internally, despite what everyone around you thinks, whether they hate you, love you, indifferent, whatever. It's not even going to matter. It's just going to be you. It's just going to be you in the ocean, riding the waves that life has to throw at you, the emotions, the thoughts, the currents, the energies, the people, the memories, the experiences, and you're going to ride them with joy, with your arms out. That's this heart energy. And heart energy at its purest is unconditional love, what you feel completely devoid of. So that's what you need to do to heal it. You need to go within, work on some tendencies within yourself. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of. I think everybody has narcissistic tendencies to a degree. And when we can really turn inward and look at this and reevaluate ourselves, that is a noble person. So nothing to be ashamed about at all. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I hope that it resonated with you, and that, you know, you really got something from it and it wasn't too uncomfortable. You know, tarot can be like that sometimes. Sometimes they can be a gut punch. I've been there. I will continue to be there probably. But anyway, I enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. Bye.